Tesla versus Toyota. Which one is really cheaper to own? That's what we're going to find out. Welcome to Car Help Corner, where we help you, the consumer, master the process of car buying and car ownership. As hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and electric vehicles become more popular, more consumers are left wondering which option is the most cost-effective in the long run and will ultimately save them the most amount of money. The answer might surprise you, and to find out, I'm going to compare two of the most popular options back to back. Toyota, the leader when it comes to conventional gas and hybrid vehicles, and Tesla, the leader when it comes to electric vehicles. I'm going to use the Tesla Model 3 and compare it against the Toyota Camry Hybrid. Both models were heavily updated in 2024 and are more or less comparable in most respects. I'm going to go through every single area that matters, including fueling costs, maintenance, repairs, insurance, and depreciation. But let's begin with the purchase price. This is where Toyota, like many hybrids and gas vehicles, has a huge advantage. The 2025 Camry, which is only offered as a hybrid, has a starting price of $29,495 US for the base LE model, or $31,795 US for the sportier, more well-equipped SE. The Camry SE is the least expensive trim in Canada, which begins at $36,160 Canadian. The Tesla Model 3, on the other hand, has a starting price of $44,130 US or $62,490 Canadian for the base rear-wheel drive long-range model. The starting prices include the mandatory delivery freight charge, but are before local tax and registration fees. Now, Tesla does seem to change its pricing every few months, so who knows what the real price is going to be by the time you're watching this, but it is important to mention that Teslas, like many EVs, do often qualify for EV rebates. At the time of this recording, the Model 3 does qualify for the $7,500 point-of-sale tax credit in the US, which lowers the price to $36,630. That brings it within $5,000 of the Camry's price. That is until Trump decides to end the tax credit. But depending on the state, there could also be state rebates, which lower the price as well. In Canada, the federal EV rebate program is on pause at the moment and may not return, which means that the Model 3 would cost around $27,000 more than the Camry SE. So whichever way you look at it, the Tesla will cost more money to purchase than the Toyota, or a lot more money in Canada. And that tends to be the case with almost every single EV when comparing them to hybrids or conventional gas vehicles. Another cost that you need to consider is the cost of buying and installing an EV charger. Installing an EV charger typically costs anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000 depending on the complexity of the install. For example, I installed an Emporia charger at my home using an ESA licensed electrician, Fuse and Function Contracting, who did an amazing job. And because my home's electrical system was 60 years old and I needed a new panel, the total cost came close to around $4,000. As far as EV chargers go, however, the Emporia charger is a very good one and very well priced when compared to other options. It's also a top-rated, award-winning charger. You can get it with either the J1772 style or NACS connector, and it comes with an excellent app to monitor your charging, optimize and track the cost so you can save money, and it's Energy Star and UL certified, which means that it's both energy efficient and meets the important safety standards. So definitely an excellent EV charger. Now, as mentioned, you need to factor in the cost of the charger when purchasing any electric vehicle. Now, the next question is, now that we know that buying an EV like the Model 3 over the Toyota Camry is going to cost a lot more money up front, is it worth it? Are you going to get that money back or save enough money over the ownership period for that price premium to be worth it? Well, now let's look at the running costs, the first big one being fuel and charging. Again, this varies widely based on one's location, how much they drive, and so on. So I'll just share estimates based on norms and averages using an online cost calculator. The Camry Hybrid achieves an average of 48 miles per gallon, or 5 liters per 100 kilometers, which is incredibly good fuel economy. And the Model 3 rear-wheel drive achieves an average of 120 miles per gallon equivalent, or 17.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So what does that mean exactly? Well, based on an average annual driving distance of 12,000 miles or 20,000 kilometers per year, and based on the cost of fuel and the cost of charging in my area, which is about 13 cents per kilowatt hour using my Emporia home charger, the Camry would cost around $1,000 US to fuel annually versus the Model 3, which would cost around $270 US to charge annually. Or in Canadian dollars, using a different cost calculator, the Camry would cost around $1,500 annually versus the Model 3, which would be around $400 annually. So there's no question the Camry Hybrid is extremely fuel efficient, and it will save you around 30 to 40% per year in fueling costs when compared to a conventional gas-powered vehicle. But it's still nowhere near as good as an electric vehicle like the Model 3, which is much better still. Even compared to the Hybrid, the Model 3's fuel savings should save you around $5,000 after 5 years, or around $10,000 after 10 years. Okay, now how do these two compare in terms of other costs, maintenance, repairs, insurance? Well, now let's move on to the maintenance and repairs. Well, if we look at data from CarEdge to get some idea, we can see that the Camry Hybrid will cost around $4,200 US or $5,700 Canadian in maintenance and repairs over a 10-year ownership period, which averages out to around $420 US or $570 Canadian per year. The Model 3, on the other hand, costs around $3,600 US or $5,000 Canadian over the same 10-year period. So not a big difference here. And the reason why there isn't a huge difference between these two is because even though it is true that electric vehicles require less maintenance in terms of oil changes, spark plugs, things like that, these savings can be offset in other ways. All modern cars are quite complex and have the potential for repairs, especially as they age. This is why purchasing a vehicle that is known for reliability is a hugely important criteria. The Camry Hybrid is known for being one of the most reliable vehicles on the market, and its 10-year costs are significantly lower than the average vehicle. So even though in the short term the Tesla may save you more money when it comes to maintenance like oil changes, in the long run the Toyota will still come out ahead when it comes to repair costs because of its incredible reliability and low cost of ownership. In the end, both are very close and do well in this area over the first 10 years or so. Now, what about depreciation? Well, this is an area where hybrids and even conventional gas vehicles certainly do much better than EVs, at least right now. According to IC Cars data, the Camry Hybrid only loses 35% of its value after the first 5 years. The Model 3, on the other hand, loses 43% of its value in the same time. And it's the more expensive car to begin with. So in the long run, it's going to cost you a lot more money when it comes to depreciation. And the money that you lose from depreciation of the Model 3 could effectively cancel out the maintenance and fuel savings. One of the reasons why electric vehicles depreciate so rapidly is because of the constantly evolving technology. EVs are progressing so quickly that nobody wants to get stuck with yesterday's dated technology. The other concern with older EVs is battery life. Although battery failure is extremely rare with both vehicles, at least within the first 10 to 12 years of ownership, it is a greater area of concern with EVs. Because very few Model 3s have passed their warranty period, which is 8 years or 120,000 miles, cases of out-of-pocket battery failures are very difficult to find, but it would be estimated to be around 13,000 US or 18,000 Canadian through Tesla. With the Camry, you get a 10-year or 150,000 mile, 240,000 kilometer warranty on the hybrid battery. And again, failure is a very rare occurrence. And even if a hybrid battery failure were to happen well after, say, 12 to 15 years, because the battery is so much smaller and hybrid batteries are a lot easier to acquire and have been around for a while now, getting a replacement hybrid battery would only cost around 3,000 US or 5,000 Canadian. And remember, aftermarket or third-party options exist, and even used or rebuilt battery packs, all of which can be far, far less expensive. And again, this is really a non-issue because battery failure is very rare, at least for these two brands. Okay, now moving on to the next major cost, which is insurance. Although insurance is a very important thing to consider, insurance rates can vary widely depending on location and a number of other factors. So it would not be fair to include that information here, but definitely check this when making your own comparison. For what it's worth, CarEdge estimates the annual insurance rate for the Camry Hybrid to be around $1,800 per year versus $2,200 per year for the Model 3. Regardless of the ownership costs, however, there are some that are going to point out that the driving experience and ownership experience also matters quite a bit. And there are many that would argue that this is one area where the Model 3 has a major advantage. There is no question EVs are extremely quiet, smooth, nice to drive, they have excellent power and great technology. Deciding which car is more satisfying to drive or own is really up to the buyer though. And what I'll say here is that I've tested both and I find both extremely satisfying in their own ways. So what can we conclude from this comparison? Well, the answer is not exactly a very straightforward black or white, this or that type answer. It really depends on a wide range of variables, including where you live. But what I'll say is this. In most cases, the Tesla only makes sense if you have access to home charging for convenience and have low energy rates, and you can take advantage of rebates and get an amazing 3 to 4 year lease deal so that long-term depreciation and repairs are no concern whatsoever. If all of this applies to you, then the Tesla can be a cost-effective car to own for the first few years. It would be a similar story with other EV models as well. Although their purchase prices can be extremely high, some locations have outstanding incentives, which make extremely low-cost leases possible, sometimes as low as $250 to $350 per month. In which case, it's hard to argue against an EV. You get a low monthly payment, no fueling costs, next to no maintenance, and no depreciation or long-term repair concerns. But for the majority in many parts of the US and definitely most of Canada, it's hard to argue that a hybrid like the Toyota Camry Hybrid makes a lot more sense for most buyers. It will cost more to run in terms of fuel, but for most, it is much less expensive to buy, and it will make up for the higher fuel costs in the long run with lower repair costs, lower insurance rates, better reliability, and much, much better resale value. So as a long-term purchase, it is the safer choice. It is also the obvious choice if you do not have access to charging in your location. EVs are growing in popularity, but they still have a lot of room for improvement and prices really need to come down. In the meantime, hybrids such as the Toyota Camry have perfected their technology and are the safe, reliable, and cost-effective solution for those who are not yet ready to make the full transition to an EV. So after watching this, which option makes more sense for you? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed or got value out of this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you live in Ontario and you are considering purchasing a vehicle, know that OMVIC, Ontario's vehicle sales regulator, is responsible for administering and enforcing the rules that dealerships must follow. To learn more about your consumer protection rights, just visit omvic.ca. And if you need any additional car buying advice, recommendations, or help with getting a great deal on your next new car purchase, make sure to visit carhelpcan.com. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.